Hi students, again I'm continuing with the second part of data visualization. So we are doing part 2 of this one, and let's just see quickly what do we have to do today. So where we are talking about the pie chart. Now we all know that in pie chart we basically have a, you know data to be represented in the form of wedges. Okay, so that's again not something which is difficult. It's very simple. So here every data representation for a particular given set of data is actually there in the form of slices or wedges, as I just said. So let's just talk about a small case where say for example I have to do, say, just the class analysis which I had shown in the previous video also, where say if I'm having class list in the form of series, say sixth, then we have 7, we have 8, we have 9, we have 10, we have 11, and we have 12. Okay, so we have these many classes, and the number of students that we have in each classes, stud, is what I'm just specifying. And if I'm saying there are in 6A, for example, we have 80 students, in 7 there are 56 students, in 8 there are 78 students, ninth also 90, 10th we can just say 95, 11th is 100, and 12th is also 100. Let's make it same. Okay, so these are the number of students that we are having, and we would like to create a pie chart just to represent, how much a capacity of a particular class is being occupied by the students of a particular class. So again, it's simple. You just have to say p dot pi. For creating a pie chart, just simply say pi, and then you need to create, you need to provide the data. So it's the data, stud is what you are having, and then as I said, to show the graph you're supposed to be using the show function, and that's it. Again, as I said, it's so simple to create a pie chart. Can you see how nice? But then you can see it is looking little incomplete because I don't know red is representing which class, green is representing which class, and all. Therefore, just to have a proper representation of the data, what exactly you're supposed to be using is, in pi you have to specify that the label is with its labels, actually, because there are multiple labels that you're having, is with respect to the class. So you simply specify class. Now when I execute it, this will make it more clear that, in sixth this color is for 12. But again it is incomplete because I don't know how much percentage of the total number of students from 6 to 12 do class 12th is occupying, or class 6th is occupying, or class 7th is occupying. Therefore, for that particular purpose, there is another function which is called as auto PCT. Okay, so this auto PCT is basically to specify each wedge or each pi with a numeric value with respect to this. So how it's basically calculated, I'll just show you. But for that, because it's a floating point value, so you just simply specify it as percentage f, and that's it. Now if you're just specifying as percentage f, now see the change first, then I'll tell you how basically it is calculated. Now can you see, 6th is occupying 13.3%, 12th is occupying 16.69%, and so on. Now how is that calculated? 80 plus 56 plus 78, everything is added together, and then the percentage of 80 out of that is calculated, okay, for the number of students which are occupying, the percentage is occupied by class 6 students, and so on. ना अभी इतना बड़ा नंबर है, इस नंबर को थोड़ा सा हम छोटा अगर दिखाना चाहते हैं तो हम इसको कैसे दिखाएंगे? अगर मुझे सपोज सिर्फ 2 डेसिमल पॉइंट्स तक चाहिए और बाकी राउंड ऑफ चाहिए, सो आई कैन से 0.2, एंड एट द सेम टाइम आई वुड लाइक टू शो परसेंटेज symbol also. So here I have to use two percentages. Now just execute it and you will be able to see that it has been reduced to 2 decimal points rounded off with a percentage symbol. So that becomes more clear for me in this particular case. Similarly, here I would like to show the title as a whole for this, and I told you in the last video also, just provide p.legend and just in the form of a list provide you can say class analysis. Okay, this is just a class analysis that you're doing as per students. Okay, so now when you execute this, this is how you will be able to see the class analysis as per the students, and the heading will also be available. It will also be appearing right over there and you will be able to see this. Apart from that, there is one more small thing that you can just specify over there. Here if I would like to provide specific color to a specific pie, that can also be done, which means I just take C is equal to, say if I'm saying yellow, then red, then orange, then blue, then purple. So how many are there? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. Two more. Pink, 11, and white. Let me make it white also somewhere. Okay, so we have this. You're just supposed to be providing the parameter colors is equal to, just provide C and that's it. So here for 6th you will be able to see that what is the color. थोड़ा सा देखो ये दिख रहा है ना यहाँ पे. So C 6th, as I said, you specified yellow. For 7th you specified red. For 8th you specified orange and so on. So you can give your own colors and it's very interesting, right? So let's just quickly do revision with respect to this one also. And pie chart में अभी तक हमने क्या करा है? What is a pie chart? Graphical representation of data in a circular form with slices, where you all know that each slice is actually the percentage with respect to the rest of the data in the series. So जैसे अगर हमें fruits कितने लोगों को ऑरेंज अच्छा लगता है, कितने लोगों को गुआवा अच्छा लगता है, and so on. This is how we did. But if you want to specify the label to make it more clear, you're supposed to be adding the label thing also in this. If you want to, let me get a pointer so that it becomes easy. So you have a label right over there. Similarly, to specify the value of each percentage, you specify percentage S using the parameter auto PCT, and that gives you the exact value with floating point. But if you want to specify up to given decimal places, just specify this with given decimal places. You will be able to have it. And then you want to specify the different colors for different pies, so you can specify colors and you can specify the heading using legend. So this is how you can specify your own color and you can specify your own cases. Now let's talk about another kind of chart which is called as a scatter plot. So for scatter plot हम इसी को थोड़ा सा change कर देते हैं. Scatter plot के लिए हम suppose एक data लेते हैं x और y के हिसाब से. जैसे if I say distance time graph है हमारा, तो distance is equal to, let's just say 10 kilometers, 20, 30, 40, 50. आप random order में भी दे सकते हैं, जितना ज़्यादा आप अच्छा ग्राफ चाहते हैं. You can specify more number of values to get the information accordingly. Then if I just want to specify time, and I can just say we are having say 10 minutes, and then we are having 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and say 33 minutes, for example. So to specify the next type of graph, that's called as a scatter graph, you're just supposed to be saying p dot scatter, that's it, and specify the first parameter which you want to come on the x-axis. So you want distance to come on the x-axis, and the y one that you're saying time. ठीक है बच्चे। और एक चीज़ और देखो, जहाँ पर भी आप थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज हो जाओ वाइल यू आर टाइपिंग द कमांड, ये हमेशा पाइथन आपको हेल्प दिखा देता है। स्कैटर प्लॉट यू कैन स्पेसिफाई, इट स्पेसिफाइज द पैरामीटर्स। देखिए पैरामीटर्स तो बहुत सारे हैं, जैसे यू कैन सी देयर इज अ लाइन विड्थ ऑल्सो, देयर इज एन एज कलर ऑल्सो। तो हम लिमिटेड पैरामीटर्स यू करेंगे, सारे पैरामीटर्स करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बेसिक विजुअलाइजेशन की ज़रूरत है। तो व्हेन वी हैव, और जो नेसेसरी पैरामीटर्स आई एम डूइंग दैट विद यू. So just close this, and now let's see how a scatter graph also looks like. So you are having, can you see now, a scatter graph is just showing you in the form of these dots. Okay, so if you want to again specify the label for each one of them, or you want to specify the label for the graph, we all know either you use a legend and provide the value in the form of a list, or just simply say label is equal to just specify distance time. ओके एंड स्पेसिफाई, सो मैं आपको एक एक बार करके एग्जीक्यूट करके दिखा रही हूँ. यू विल बी, अच्छा इसमें क्यों नहीं आया डिस्टेंस टाइम लिखा हुआ? अगर आपको याद हो हमने क्या लिखना भूल गए, लेजेंड. सो लेजेंड लिखेंगे तभी डिस्टेंस टाइम आपको दिखाएगा और आपके पास यहाँ पे डिस्टेंस टाइम लिखा हुआ आ जाएगा. ऑल राइट. अच्छा अब इसके अलावा अगर मुझे ये डॉट वाले मार्कर्स नहीं चाहिए, मुझे कुछ और मार्कर्स चाहिए. So I don't want, by default it's a dot, but if I say marker should be a caret sign, कुछ specific signs होते हैं जो हम use कर सकते हैं. So if I say a caret sign, a small triangle will be visible in place of this, and I can show you that also. So you can see now it has been replaced with a triangle. Now this way you can show a multiple distance time graph. This is distance 1. So if I make another distance time d1 and t1 with respect to some other data, I can say 1, 5, 7, 9, 10. 5 values, t is equal to, let us make it in reverse order. So 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can just copy paste this, and you can specify this, and this time you are not saying this dot time, rather you are saying distance 1 comma time 1, and you will be able to have a different color. You can specify color according to your own convenience and make it red or make it green. So if I'm making it green and the label is already there, if you want to specify some other label for that, so d1 and t1, let me make it as d1 hyphen t1, and I don't want to have a marker for this one. I rather would like to have a marker for a dot, so you can specify o, and now just see this. You will be able to see, can you see, a lovely graph is there. It's coming like this. Okay, so the graph is there with the triangles, or multiple graphs is what you can see, and that's your this one, the second type of graph. Okay, so let's talk about one more graph in this video itself, and but before that I think I'll just quickly going to do the recap with you. So we have just done the scatter graph. Scatter graph is similar to your a line graph. It's just that it shows those small plots not in the consecutive way, but in the form of those scattered, because that's why the name has been given scattered. They are little away from each other and with it in the form of the dots and all. सो हमारे पास ये एग्जाम्पल है हाइट और वेट ऑफ अ पर्सन, और उसके हिसाब से हमने ग्राफ को प्लॉट करा हुआ है. यू कैन सी जो आप पहली एक्स एक्सिस में स्पेसिफाई करेंगे वो हाइट, जैसे इस केस में हमने हाइट स्पेसिफाई करी, सो दैट विल कम इन द एक्स एक्सिस. सिमिलरली वेट यू हैव स्पेसिफाइड इन द वाई एक्सिस, so weight will be coming in the y. You can always specify x label and y label. So p dot x label will going to give you the label right over there, p dot y label will give you the label right over there, and labels parameter will provide the label for the graph. देखिए ये सारी चीज़ों में सेम है. जैसे इस केस में label दिया और legend देना ज़रूरी है, that will going to give you the name. Then we are having multiple graphs right over there, so you will be able to see the multiple graphs. जो example हम already कर चुके हैं. Now let us talk about the next काइंड ऑफ केस, दैट इज़ अ हिस्टोग्राम, जो अभी हम इसमें करेंगे. देखिए हिस्टोग्राम जो है वो बेसिकली डेट फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ डेटा को दिखाने के लिए इन द कंटिन्यूस ऑर्डर. ठीक है. सो एक हम जैसे मैथ्स में आप लोग हिस्टोग्राम करते हैं, तो मैं इसको हटा देती हूँ. तो हिस्टोग्राम के लिए सपोज़ मैं अगर आपसे बोलती हूँ कि आपकी हाफ ईयरली की परसेंटेज कितनी है. ठीक है. तो हाफ ईयरली की परसेंटेज एनालिसिस करनी है फॉर क्लास 12th फॉर एग्जाम्पल. सो से कुछ बच्चों की 94 है, कुछ बच्चों की 78 है, 67 है, 95 है, 45 है, 90 है, 66 है, 43 है, 34 भी है, 58 भी है एंड 89. जिसे हमने इतनी एनालिसिस करनी है. ठीक है. हाफ ईयरली परसेंटेज. तो हाफ ईयरली परसेंटेज की एनालिसिस में हिस्टोग्राम दिखाने के लिए कि जैसे कुछ रेंज से कुछ रेंज में कितने बच्चों के मार्क्स आए हैं, जैसे 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60 कितने आए हैं, इस तरह से. तो फॉर दैट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स सी व्हाट the system prepares for you when you're actually providing the data and you're not giving any other parameter, just to create a histogram, write dot hist and then provide hy. That's it. Okay. And you show the graph and execute it. So you will see, just have a look. ओके. इट्स बेसिकली पहली बात तो मैं आपको ये बता दूं कि ये ना स्टार्टिंग और साथ में ये एनालिसिस करता कैसे. देखो सबसे पहले ये क्या करता है, जो स्टार्टिंग वैल्यू है 34 वो यहाँ पे स्टार्ट करेगा और यहाँ तक जो लास्ट वैल्यू है आपकी 94 तक, वहाँ तक जाएगा पहली बात. उसके बाद ये जो बीच बीच में पार्ट्स है, हाउ इट्स एक्चुअली able to calculate is basically it divides, the histogram divides it into a set of, you can say, almost gap of 10 bins. That's what we say. So each part or this section is called as a bin. So we have 1 bin, 2 bin, 3 bin, 4 bin, 5 bin, 6 bin, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So there are basically 10 bins that we are having, but by default how the bin is calculated is it takes all the values and it divides them equally. So you can just see that the total number of children who have got marks between 30 until 40 will be 1. So 40 तक हमारे पास सिर्फ एक ही बच्चा है who has got the marks 34. Similarly 40 से लेकर बीच में यहाँ तक कितने बच्चे हैं, so we have 43 and we have 45. Therefore जो इसने सेकंड बिन अपने आप बनाया उसमें 2 बच्चे हैं. Similarly यहाँ से लेकर 45 से लेकर 50 के इस तक कोई नहीं है, बट 58 हमारे पास एक डिजिट है, सो 1 वैल्यू से. सबसे ज़्यादा बच्चों के किस में, कितने बच्चों के 90s में या 80s के उसमें आए हैं, दैट इज़ योर नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स आर 4. सो यू कैन सी 4 स्टूडेंट्स हैव गॉट these many number of marks and that you can calculate. So one person has got 94, the second person has got 95, the third person has got 90 and even the fourth one 89 is also taken into consideration. So 4 people have got. That way the analysis is done. Now apart from this, we can also change the color. We can first of all specify कि हमें कितने bins चाहिए. So if I write bins is equal to 5. अब आप ध्यान से देखिएगा, अगर मैंने लिखा मुझे 5 बिन्स के बेसिस पे एनालिसिस चाहिए, तो ये अपने आप एनालिसिस 5 बिन्स दिखाएगा. तो आप डेटा 1, डेटा 2, डेटा 3, डेटा 4 एंड डेटा 5. सो ये बिन्स हैं आपकी जहाँ पे. सो ये gaps. अब ये gaps या ये bins you can also specify for your own convenience so that you know how the system analysis is taken. But उससे पहले मैं आपको एक और चीज़ बताती हूँ. अगर आपको color change करने हैं, so and you want to make it say yellow for example, though yellow is not my favorite color but still okay, oh green, I'm sorry, I should have used color over there. Color is equal to this. So अगर अब हम इसको execute करते हैं तो येलो कलर की ग्राफ हमारी आ गई. बाकी तो आपको पता ही है कि X लेबल और Y लेबल कैसे देते हैं, लेजेंड कैसे देते हैं. Now you know that. So but what I'll do is I'll just tell you that there are types of histograms that can also be displayed, and one of the types of histogram, I'm sorry I'm changing this color, I don't like this color much, so let me make it as blue. And now comma, there is another parameter called as hist type. तो हिस्ट टाइप क्या करता है, वो आपको ये बताता है कि आपको किस तरह का, आपको सिर्फ आउटलाइन चाहिए, तो आउटलाइन के लिए देयर इज एन option called as step that you're supposed to be using. So when you write step, you will be able to see this kind of outline in a blue color like this. Okay, but now let me make it more specific. When I'm specifying, because right now it's not very clear, so let me just again give it a nice label as I'm saying half yearly analysis, one thing. And of course, to make the label visible, you need to say p dot and at the same time legend. So you need to have the legend. Now apart from this, if you want to specify p dot x label, okay, so that has to be there. p हमें x में क्या label चाहिए? We are actually specifying the percentage. अच्छा, spelling I don't know, t मेरी गलती क्यों हो रही है? And then p dot y लेबल में हमें चाहिए, ओके, जो भी है, पाइथन एक बढ़िया लैंग्वेज है, बिकॉज ये आपकी सारी गलती है ना, आपको वाइल यूर टाइपिंग इंडेंटेशन के साथ सब कुछ बता देता है. सो वाई लेबल में आई डोंट वांट दिस, आई जस्ट वांट माय वाई लेबल शुड बी द नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. Okay, so now if I execute this, I will be able to see half yearly analysis, number of students, percentages there. Okay, अब इसमें एक चीज़ मैं और आपको बताती हूँ कि अगर मुझे बिन्स अपने आप से बताने हैं, आई डोंट वांट, आई वांट द बिन्स टू बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ, सो आई कैन प्रोवाइड अ लिस्ट ऑफ इट एंड आई कैन से the bin should start from 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so now if I execute this, you will be able to see that the graph is changed. Okay, so it's starting from 30. Between 30 and 40, how many students are there? So there is just one child. Between 40 and 50, how many students are there? There are two. Between 50 and 61, 60 and 70, this one. Suppose there is no child who has got 70 वाला केस, so इसको अगर मैं चेंज करके 66 कर देती हूँ, तो एक केस में आपको दिखेगा ही नहीं डेटा, नीचे लाइन दिखेगी. कैन यू सी दिस ब्रेक? Now this is what I actually wanted to show you. Okay, so that is also possible, but this is making convenient for us. Why it's making convenient for us? Because now we are able to actually find out the data analysis in according to our own way. That is why this bin is basically helping us out. Now one more thing is there, you can also specify along with the half yearly. Suppose अगर मुझे half yearly के साथ साथ CS के marks भी दिखाने हैं, and for say number of values, like for example 89 एक marks, 91, 75 कितने बच्चों के हैं marks? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so I can again specify this and I can specify, इसको हम थोड़ा सा चेंज करेंगे. यहाँ पर अगर मुझे हाफ ईयरली के साथ CS के मार्क्स दिखाने, then please remember here I have to replace this section with a list. So when I say comma CS, okay, now I can specify the color. So for half yearly I want to show it in blue color. For CS I want to show it in red color, again in the form of a list. Now his type मुझे नहीं चाहिए step के form में, I want to show it properly. So that's what it is. So now if I try to execute it, see how it will going to look like. Okay, so I will see in half yearly analysis. अच्छा, इसमें label analysis भी हम इस तरह से कर सकते हैं. I can specify half yearly analysis, comma CS. So this will actually going to help you out to know. ओके सो हाफ ईयर एनालिसिस में आपने ये दिखाया कि कितने बच्चों के इतने हैं, एक बच्चे के बिटवीन 30 एंड 40 के आसपास हैं, 40 to 50 इतने बच्चों के हैं, और रेड में जो कंप्यूटर साइंस है किसी बच्चे के भी 30 से लेकर 50 तक नहीं है। मैक्सिमम बच्चों के कितने मार्क्स आए कंप्यूटर साइंस में, 4 बच्चों के कंप्यूटर साइंस में मार्क्स आए हैं विच आर बिटवीन 70 एंड 80 if you just try to find that, and similarly this one, so you can see a histogram for multiple. अच्छा एक और इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ है, अगर आपको हिस्टोग्राम को, ये तो वर्टिकल हो गया, अगर आपको हिस्टोग्राम को हॉरिजॉन्टल दिखाना है तो देयर इज अ पैरामीटर कॉल्ड एज orientation, and orientation is equal to, just say horizontal, and you will be able to see the horizontal orientation for your graph, and your graph will going to see look like this. Isn't it interesting? Okay, so I hope you've understood today's graphs that were discussed in today's video, children, and if you've actually understood, do not forget to press the like button, do share and subscribe, and do write under the comment section in case there's something that you would like to know more on. And before I just close the video, I just do the recap with you. So these are the histogram graphs that we have done. A simple way to create a histogram. Similarly, bins will actually help you to tell how many bins, and then the color. So this is another example. Similarly, if you don't want to show the filled color, you just want to show the outlining, you will be using his type as steps, and you will going to get that. These are the other values for his type. Apart from step, we have bar, we have step fill, we have bar stacked. Then if you want to provide the label, X label, Y label, okay, this is also good. So I can also provide the location of the legend. See if it's coming on the right hand side of the graph, like if I just show you the graph right now, it is coming on the upper left. If you want to show on the right side, you can say upper right, and so on. Same way, here we are having multiple graphs. Here we are actually comparing computer science with physics marks. So with our own provided bins, and therefore we have given two different labels, we have given two different colors just to identify the different types of graphs and histogram, and then we have got the result accordingly. Similarly, if you want to show the horizontal placement, you will be able to see the horizontal placement right in this. So ये upper left है, इसको अगर हम upper right कर देंगे तो ये जो label है वो कहाँ आ जाएगा, यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. Okay, so I hope you have understood what I was trying to explain, and then we'll come up with the last part of data visualization, where we'll discuss about the frequency polygon, box plot, and of course the subplots also. So have a nice day, children, and I'll see you in the third video.